Insta-tilted. It's a third match in a row. Maybe they'll get me this time. I'm feeling good, though. Let's see if I can get the 3 in a row. All right, let's go. Alright. Same team as the last 2 matches. I've been banning the Vola first every time, and it's been working great. Just to reassess for those who haven't been here before now. The main combos here. They have Vola and Gaialis for Toxic Plumes energy, which reduces physical attack. They have Calibus, Ukama, Vola, which allows Water Cannon. Ukama can do poison damage and extra damage. Extra base damage. Grumper counters my Vola, but they also banned Vola, and I have a lot of counters. Basically, Vola and Barnshee are the 2 that are like the hardest to kill. But Vola is even harder. I mean, Guldur is going to be tougher to kill now, and Calibus with them banning Vola. But now I can go Kinu Yowler. I find it useful to switch, like, utilize a different combo when I have a rematch. Because a lot of times your opponent will play against exactly the strategy that they lost to. So instead of trying to, like, okay, I'll do the same exact things for an easy win. Instead of that, class is in session, Jay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Instead of going for the same thing as last time, what I do here is I go Kinu Yowler. And then they pick Barnshee, probably. And then we have a completely different match. It might not even be the best opener for this, but I like the idea of bringing in a different power combo. I think they gotta pick Barnshee, though. If they don't go Barnshee, they're in trouble. Excuse me. They went Pocus? Beta Burst Yowler turn 1 is not a good plan. I have tried that, and it doesn't work very well. Okay, so I still have Kinu Pocus as well. Like, they don't have Kinu, and I do, which is a huge advantage for me with Kinu synergy. I'm going to have Kinu synergy with Yowler as well as with Pocus. Yowler also synergizes with Gaialis, so Yowler becomes the cornerstone. Yowler synergizes with Firequash. Yowler becomes the cornerstone of the position, or of the team build here for this match. It's got so many synergies, and the #1 rule of getting better at TemTem is the more you can see the combos, the more you can see the synergies, the better you get. That's like pretty much rule #1. So I'm just going to ban the Barnshee, honestly. Then they just don't have answers for Yowler, except for Pocus. And then it's like kill Pocus ASAP, and then win with Yowler. They banned Gaialis. Yeah, okay. I'm not too worried about that. Gaialis would have been good to ban or to deal with Pocus. Would have been good. I definitely need Turok with Guldur and Calibus and Gaialis, like and Grumper. Turok's good against most of their Tems. Not as good against Calibus because water attacks, but good enough. I get the Kinu Pocus combo, which is fantastic. Has to watch out for Grumper and Gaialis, but still good overall. See, last match I opened Cerny Firequash, and this match I'm not even picking both of them. So that could be a little too much. Like maybe I made a mistake there. But I kind of like the idea. Like this lineup for them is terrible for Firequash. Guldur, Calibus, Ukama. So it makes sense I left out Firequash. Like they drafted against last match's team. Is my feeling, you know? And I'm drafting against their team this match, is how I'm looking at it. Okay, so Yowler gets the buffs. They can Beta Burst Toxic Ink Yowler on turn 1. It's tempting to just show off and say, I don't even care. Like, do it! I don't care, do it! But I think Turok swap in probably makes more sense. You know, we're a little weak on special defense. I could also bring in my Pocus, who's got huge special defense at this point. Or at least relatively good special defense. Like, bring in Pocus this turn, and then next turn Stonewall it and Telekinetic Shrapnel. If they're running Rejuvenate, that's good. If they're running Dreaded Alarm, Gamma Burst, Pocus, that's bad. It's tough, though. I mean, I don't know. I think bringing in Pocus might be my best play here. I've already got Raid Boss Yowler started. The thing is, though... Wait, what am I fucking saying, though? What if they just Toxic Ink Kinu? Who's their actual threat here? Is Pocus a threat to me? Kind of. Is Guldur a threat to me? I mean, Pocus isn't... The big threat with Pocus is that they can use Doom. Doom scares me. But Yowler can't deal with Pocus. Oh, I'm so undecided. Alright, I think bring in Turok. I'm just scared of Toxic Ink on Kinu. Bring in Turok and Pocus. And then next turn, double theirs. And then I could bring Kinu back soon. And Turok also covers a Gaialis swap or something weird like that. Okay. Pretty tricky first turn. Pretty tricky, but I think that works out. I think that works out. So Yowler retreats. Pocus, get ready. Here's the beta burst. So they hit my Pocus down to 198. They were going after Yowler. They were going after Yowler. So my Pocus gets hit pretty hard. And the thing is, Pocus and Yowler are both sort of different win conditions that combo with Kinu. So it's okay for them to take Pocus so long as I keep Yowler happy. At this point, I will be able to swap in full health Yowler and give it +2/+2 before they can do anything. So Yowler gets the second Protector buff before they can do anything because we're already on the bench. And then I have Cerny for heals. Bring in Yowler with Kinu, sacrifice to it, and then bring in Cerny, and that's already probably GG. I could also potentially get buffs on Cerny with Protector. So Kinu value, if I get enough Protector, Kinu value is the reason that I can definitely crush. Now, Guldur is not that big of a threat in a weird way. It threatens Kinu and Cerny. Well, okay, here's the thing. Guldur is a threat, not because it threatens Yowler that much, but because it threatens the supports. If I kill Guldur and Calibus, then Kinu and Cerny are completely safe for the rest of the match, pretty much. So that's why I'm going to use Feather Gatling. And then I'm going to aim the Shrapnel, although Pocus might just die this turn, because I'm not relying on my Pocus. They swapped out. They're going to Gaialis against fucking Turok. That is not... I don't know about that. Okay, Shrapnel Guldur, get the heal. Got an OCR radar, wish you luck. Dude, good luck, Felix. I am rooting for you. I am rooting for you. The last community OCR radar that I heard about was an L, so I'm hoping yours will go better. Someone else was doing one earlier this week, and they did not get the Luma, so you gotta avenge them. So they can hook kick Turok or Crystal Spikes Pocus. I feel like they're probably going to go after Pocus because people are terrified of Pocus. I could swap in Cerny to activate Callosity. What's up, Rusted Knight? Welcome in. 2 radars you want? That's awesome. I could swap in Cerny to activate Callosity here, possibly twice. I could go Cerny for Pocus. I don't want to bring in Kinu for Turok because, like, it's probably safe, but what if? I don't know. I could bring in Kinu for Turok, Cerny for Pocus, buff the Cerny, and then Cerny stays on the battlefield, and Kinu swaps back to Pocus or to Turok. Okay, if they read this, then they're fucking legendary, okay? If they read this, they are just legendary. Osuchi and Banapi. Oh, you got one as well. Pixel got an Osuchi radar as well. The Chad radar. The true Chad's radar. Alright, so Protector buff on Kinu. Guldur retreats to Ukama. Oh my god, that's so bad for them. Sharp Stab Cerny. Played like a fiddle. I do not want any disrespect, but I have to say I am crushing this dude 3 matches in a row. With all due respect, I am schooling this player. Class really is in session. Look, I'm not trying to be rude, but you got to say it when it's true. And right now, holy shit. Alright, so they don't have any threats on Cerny. I could actually sneak in Pocus for Kinu and Revitalize, but they probably Crystal Bite Pocus. So maybe I could bring in Turok, but then Ukama's a threat. I'm reading him like a book. I guess bringing in Yowler and then aiming the Revitalize with Cerny is probably best. Get Yowler back in and heal it back up a little bit. Sometimes it gets too greedy doing that, but I think here it makes sense. I'm a little nervous about this play, but I really think it makes sense. Because Yowler's the one that doesn't have the weaknesses. Actually, fuck that, dude. Just fucking Water Cutting Lily Ukama. Kill it in 2 turns. Or Frond Whip. Yeah, no. Okay, so I'm going to Frond Whip Ukama, but I'm still going to bring in Yowler. Yeah, Yowler might... I could give him Turok, though. I could just give him Turok and keep Yowler from harm's way. In case they do the 5-head water attack. I don't want to bring in Yowler yet. Bring in Turok for Kinu, and then Frond Whip Ukama. Let's go. Ukama retreats anyway. You got past Sophia? Fuck yeah, dude. Was the dojo difficult? Like, did that give you a big challenge? It sounds like the fort was really tough. Like, the area up to the fort. Too bad about Genki, but hell yeah on the overall progress. Yeah, Crystal Bite hits Turok. Frond Whip hits Guldur. I blocked them, like, every single turn. I've blocked them every single turn. I mean, this is just savage. I could not be swapping in better. Like, if they were streaming and I was the one offline, they would be suspicious of me sniping. Like, I'm reading them so well. It's a good thing that I'm the one who's streaming. The fort was rougher. You had to use items in the dojo, but 0 losses. Cool. Sounds like the fort... Like, that's the problem. That's the difficulty of TemTem Nuzlocke, is that the difficulty spikes hard, early in the fort. Yeah, so I think Rockfall is good here for coverage. Oh, I could just Stoneball the Gaialis and say fuck it. I'm going to Stoneball the Gaialis and say fuck it. They could hook kick Turok, actually. Ooh. I could swap in... I know this is crazy, but I could swap in Yowler for Cernif, Kinu for Turok. Get Yowler to +2/+2, and then if I sacrifice the Yowler, that's game. Then I don't have to keep running around. Alternately Bush Cernif and just get away from stuff and let him have Turok. Get Cernif to +3 special defense. Actually seems pretty good, honestly. Alright. Fuck it. They're gonna kill Turok, and I'm okay with it. Let's go. The fort would be easy, except you can't heal in between 2 really tough battles. Right, it's the boss. It's the roof of the fort. It's specifically the Lady Lottie duo fight, like the 2 fights in a row. Like the lackey and then the Lady Lottie directly. Because that shit seems insane. That seems insane. So I could bring in Kinu right now, but I could also go Yowler and get that first show off. Go Yowler, get the first show off. Gaialis is already, like, out of stamina pretty much. Cernif can aim Revitalize at Yowler, like, the next turn, you know? We can even Water Cutting Lily / Frond Whip Gaialis this turn. Cernif still doing pretty good on stamina. I want to start using Yowler to run through, because I'm doing good, but I haven't actually, like, started killing anything yet. Double Bell Soto into Lady Lottie. That's a crazy sequence. A crazy sequence for the Nuzlocke. Yowler wants to show off. I mean, it's tempting to swap in Kinu for Cernif here and just get that second buff on Yowler right the fuck now. Or Cernif can just keep attacking, and Yowler with +1/+1 is already pretty damn strong right next to Cernif. The thing is, though, if I get Yowler to +2/+2, the Cernif-Yowler combo will beat their whole team. Like, I think it's pretty much locked in. But I still have Kinu Pocus in the back. Honestly, I think either way is pretty good. Like, show off. I just got to swap in Kinu here, because Gaialis is out of stamina. See? They retreated. So Toxic Ink won't kill Kinu. If they Toxic Ink Kinu here, then it's just sacrifice next turn, and we're good. So we'll see how this one goes. They swapped in Calibus. Oh, they double swapped. Okay, so Yowler gets a free show-off and a second Protector buff. That's very bad for them. I get show-off and Protector, and they just, like, switch to Calibus Pocus. I mean, their Pocus does threaten Yowler a little tiny bit, but they can't do enough attack damage, unless they have Gamma Burst, maybe, but even then, probably not. What I'm going to do is swap in my Pocus for Yowler here, just to buy a little time. Or I could just swap in the Cernif, maybe, with +3 special defense, so... Swap in the Cernif. I could swap to Cernif Pocus and then start swinging. Like, just get Kinu out of there. Once Cernif enters the battlefield this time, it won't leave again. So I think Cernif Pocus, and then I swear we're done just swapping around. It's a very positional match. We just got to avoid disaster. Just don't give them any openings. Just keep paying attention, you know? I have a good situation, but it's not a free win. I got to still play it out. Okay, they're beta bursting Cernif. +3 special defense. Yeah, my Pocus is not going to do very well, but that's okay. I mean, Cernif could heal the Pocus. We could heal Pocus. Plus Rejuvenate. And then Pocus can attack Calibus. We can start working on that. It's so slow, but they don't have heals. They don't have heals, right? So if I start revitalizing... Oh, I could also go for the Psychosis on Calibus. That's just too good. I don't get the heal, but all we have to do is survive the turn. I don't think Ninja... I mean, Ninja Jitsu wouldn't kill because it's half damage. I'm just trying to think how they could kill Pocus before Revitalize. Ninja Jitsu is not enough, and everything else is too slow. Never mind. Beta Burst is strong enough. Oh, yeah, because Psychosis is one priority. Well, F. A little greedy. That's okay, though. Bring in Kinu, and let's double Pocus. Or just bring in Yowler. No, it's cool. Yowler Cernif wins me this game now. Just bring in Kinu, and then start doubling Pocus. It's taking me longer than I would like to actually start doing the damage. But I believe this is good to go. I believe it's time to start attacking. It's turn 9. I've gotten all the buffs. I've blocked all the attacks. I just have to actually do something. So let's start doing something. So they knock out Kinu, but they're out of stamina. Both of their Tems are out of stamina. Beta Burst. Pocus spamming Beta Burst is not a big deal. And now I'm all in on attacking Pocus. Whenever Pocus is on the battlefield, just attack it as hard as I can. And everything else takes care of itself. Because Cernif can keep healing Yowler. Just absolutely have to kill Pocus. Because it's going to heal itself, and it's going to do ×2 on Yowler. And it has Doom. It has fucking Doom. Most importantly, it has Doom. So kill Pocus, and now I win. I guess the only thing there is I could have saved Kinu for sacrifice in case of Pocus Doom, but luckily it didn't come to that. Alright, they're bringing out the big poisons now. That's fine, though. Cernif can just prioritize healing Yowler above all else, except for if it needs to occasionally be healing itself. And then Yowler just has to swing every other turn, and there's just no way. There's just no way they get through it. Yeah, not even close, you know? That kind of damage is not going to cut it. Calibus Strangle is annoying, but I can literally just Savage Suplex every other turn. I don't need to show off anymore. Yowler doesn't need to show off anymore. Cool. And then fucking crush Skyalice. Crush it. Oh, wait. No. No. Just revitalize Yowler. Sorry, I got too excited. I forgot the win condition. Only revitalize Yowler. That's all Cernif does, and then bush off some poison, I guess. That's all we do here. Yowler right back up to 232. My opponent is probably pretty pissed at this point. Straight up, they're probably pissed. What the fuck? Maybe they're going to try to kill Cernif now. This is why identifying the combos is so important. They did try to start killing Cernif. This is why identifying combos is so important, is that me understanding that Kinu, Yowler, Cernif is a winning package. Mostly Kinu, Yowler, and then also getting the Cernif. Like, me understanding how good that is, and understanding what the end game looks like, is the only way I knew how to play the first 8 turns. Because the first 8 turns, I didn't do, like, any damage. The first 8 turns, I barely did anything. And now I can just yeet, you know? And now they have to go after Cernif, and they might be able to kill it, but it's going to take them too long. If they even can, because now Cernif can start revitalizing itself. Bush and revitalize, so they can't even really kill Cernif. And as long as they're doing that, they're not strangling Yowler. They're also running out of stamina. And you know what I'm doing? I'm not running out of stamina. So this time they strangle Yowler, but that's fine. Literally, Cernif just revitalizes itself. They can't do enough damage to Yowler. They're out of stamina. This is where you could start seeing the stamina thing. Like, this is a great example of how the stamina matters. Because, like, if they had infinite stamina, maybe it's scary for Cernif. But look, they have to double gash. Calibus is strangled out. The lack of stamina means there's no way they can get Cernif. So that's where it's like, this is one of the most complicated games I've ever fucking played in my life. I'm not saying it's easy, but those are the relevant details. You're learning in this class, thank you. You're welcome. This match has been really interesting to me. I think this one might have to go to YouTube. This feels very instructive. I feel like this is like, I'm watching myself be better at the game. You know what I mean? Like, I'm watching myself right now, like, damn, I sound like I know what I'm talking about. More importantly, I actually do maybe know what I'm talking about. Like, I feel like I understand what's going on both my side and my opponent's side. I'm not just like, well, I think I'm winning and I'm not sure why. Quetzal must be good. I'm like, no, I can see combos, interactions, back and forth, and y'all can kind of see it as well now that we're explaining it. That's like the epitome of what I've been talking about wanting to understand the game better and not just find, like, the build. Way ahead. Didn't start attacking until in round 9. I like it too. I like it too. I will say, they're hitting Yowler pretty hard. It's actually not like, I'm not like way the fuck ahead right now, because Yowler's actually getting hit pretty hard. I think I'm getting through, but it's, you know, this goes to show too, it's not exactly a given that I get to win, right? You know, I mean, they're definitely making progress. If I wasn't paying attention and I was like, win con activated, it's over. If I just said that, I could have lost this one. I still feel like theoretically I could, except only reason I can't is because Ukama dies to Cernif here. Like, there's a world where I don't pay enough attention and I lose this match, you know? Something a lot of people struggle with. See what your win con is, understand your opponent's condition, and work around it to win the game. That's something that I struggled with tremendously. And I feel like I've been trying to, like, assess win conditions for a while, and I haven't made much progress. And the key thing that's changing it is that I'm learning to look for the combos of 2 or 3 tems. You know what I mean? Instead of just looking at the whole team. I used to look at the whole team and then look at each... See, look at how close Yowler is to dying. I mean, that shit's actually crazy. This was not like a big... This was not a super lopsided win. My win condition was actually just barely enough. So I'd also like to point that out. Kaijo was very close to stopping me. Like, I thought I kind of had the win a little easier than that. They actually had it. That was not as close. Like, that was not as easy a win as I thought it would be. That was... It almost got a little scary there. Like, me talking about how much I understand the game, and then as the match falls apart. No, we got the win, though. We got the win. We got him. That is 3 in a row against the same player. Mercy! Mercy for my opponent. Yeah, like, I used to look at either the full team, or I would look at each tem individually. So I keep saying it, I'm going to keep saying it. Like, looking at the cores and the combinations of 2 or 3 tems, that's been the huge thing. Use some fodder tems to achieve the buffs. And that was really close. That's an example. Like, I got nervous when it was like turn 8 and I wasn't doing damage yet. I started to notice, like, wait, I'm running out of time to start attacking. Like, because there's a point where the buffs are excessive. And, like, that, I almost crossed that path. You know what I mean?